Good morning. I am Christopher Allen Bracey, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs at the George Washington University. On behalf of the university, it is my honor to welcome you all today. I would like to extend a special welcome to Mayor Muriel Bowser and Dr. Christine Grant, State Superintendent of Education. Today, we highlight the Advanced Internship Program Initiative. The George Washington University's Rodham Institute has been proud to participate in AIP since earlier this year, serving as a pilot for this program that will help prepare young adults to fill the high-demand jobs in Washington, D.C., and become leaders and problem solvers for society's most complex challenges. The George Washington University has a long history of partnership with the District of Columbia in a wide range of initiatives, and together we have enjoyed much success over the last 200 years. Whether we are partnering in response to the regional pandemic, whether working together on the new Cedar Hill Regional Medical Hospital, GW Health in Ward 8, or building a workforce for our community through various pipeline programs and initiatives, the George Washington University remains committed to working in lockstep with the district to improve the lives of DC citizens. It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Ashanti Carter, Director of the Health Education and Leadership Program and Program Manager of the George Washington University Rodham Institute since 2019. Ashanti?
Thank you, Provost Bracey. I'm pleased to be here today representing the GW School of Medicine and Health Sciences, GW's Rodham Institute, and DCCTE. As the program manager of the Rodham Institute and chair of the Health Sciences Industry Advisory Board of DCCTE, it is our mission to partner with the community and other stakeholders to develop the next generation of healthcare leaders. Today, I am thrilled to highlight the district's Advanced Internship Program, which gives DC students the opportunity to gain work-based learning experiences and receive course credit, all while getting paid. We work side by side with OSSI's Office of Industry Engagement, which is led by Ms. Simone Garcia. Without her and her awesome team, this work would not be possible. So thank you, Simone, and thank you, Dr. Grant. I was proud to host 2 interns this past spring at the Rodham Institute, where we provided a rigorous and dynamic experience so that each scholar applied the concepts that they learned in their health sciences courses to real-life situations in their communities. As a host organization, it is important that each intern gains experience during their time with us, yet we also want to ensure that it's fun, which it was. We have thoroughly enjoyed having our interns become part of our team, and I challenge other employers to participate in this excellent program. Why? Because it's an investment in our scholars, it's an investment in our future, and we get a great return. I'm very pleased to introduce one of those outstanding interns who is here with us today to share her experience in the program. She is an impressive young woman with an exciting future ahead of her. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Kiara Lucas.
Thank you, Ms. Ashanti. My name is Kiara Lucas, and I am a rising senior at Calvin Coolidge Senior High School, and I am a proud resident of Ward 8. I'm really grateful for the district for investing in this program, and for Dr. Ashanti Carter for providing me with this opportunity to pursue my health interest in health sciences. One day I hope to have a career as a forensic scientist. At the Rodham Institute, I learned about the intersection of health sciences and community engagement, and was able to use my talents to produce a PSA about gun violence that got nearly 500 views. I also helped organize the Ward 5 Education Equity Committee's 3rd annual backpack giveaway and health fair, among other projects. I am passionate about my community and am a champion for health equity. I really learned a lot from my internship, and I know that it will influence my career path. It is my hope that more students take advantage of this program and opportunity because we are the future. It is now within my greatest honor to introduce Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Let's give Kiara a big round of applause. Thank you for that introduction and sharing with us your experience being a Coolidge Colt, and also pursuing your interest in health sciences. And I assure you, forensic scientists are needed, and we want to produce them right here. It's my pleasure to be here at George Washington University. I want to thank you, Provost Bracy, and thank you, Ms. Ashanti, for having us here to talk about this really valuable experience for young people in our city that we are happy to support. And also this experience that really changes high school a little bit. We know that you have to get all the academics, and Dr. Grant is going to make sure we do that. But this is also an incredible opportunity for young people to think about what they want to do with the rest of their lives, to try it out, to get paid while doing it, while going to high school. And so we know, and we learned, this is a very good thing that we learned during the pandemic, that our kids can do it. They can do their classes, they can be self-motivated, they can help out their families, but they can work too. And this internship, while it is an internship, that means there's a lot of rigor and focus and supervision. It's also a job. You can get paid while you're doing it. So I'm very proud that we are able to launch this, along with a lot of valuable programs to support kids and families. And Dr. Grant will tell you with some specificity all of the things that our children can be taking advantage of. And we're very happy that George Washington University is our partner. Hint, hint. There are other employers out there that should be our partners too, to work with outstanding young people and help them figure out their futures. This happens to be one of my favorite times of the year. In all academic settings, I think people are very excited. In just a couple of weeks, our DC public school students will be going back to school. Some of our kids, our public school kids, are already in school, and they will be joined by their peers the last week of August. So with that said, I want to remind all families to get up to date on their immunizations. I know I may sound like a broken record, but it's real important, because when kids and families have been disconnected from their doctors, some people have fallen behind on their immunizations, and we simply cannot risk the public health in our schools by having a critical mass of unvaccinated students. So take me seriously, get vaccinated so that we can have a smooth start to the school year. I also want to remind everybody that we have very valuable scholarship and other financial programs related to schools that have a deadline of this Friday, August 19th. That's DC TAG, that allows you to get money for college. The Mayor's Scholarship Program, another program that allows you to get money for college. And DC Futures, which is a very valuable partnership between DC and academic institutions in DC that provide substantial benefits. So while we are drawing near the end of summer, we have to also thank the 6,000 DC public school students who participated in summer school and all of the educators that made that possible. The 1,500 students that went to DPR, Parks and Recreation Boost Camps, and all of the recreators that made that possible, and the 13,000 young people who participated in a Marion Barry SYEP, and all of the employers and DC DOES employees that made that possible. So give them a big round of applause. So we are investing $20 million over the next 2 years in high impact tutoring. And Dr. Grant will best be able to talk about the benefit that that will have for up to 4,000 kids to make sure they're on track for graduation in life. And as we look ahead, we know that we heard from students about, in some cases, as I already mentioned, how distance learning was a positive impact in their lives, giving them the flexibility to gain work experience. So this year, what we're really here to focus on is how we are expanding our advanced internship program that Kiera was a part of. This program launched with employers like Dr. Carter this spring, and it is led by the Office of the State Superintendent. And students both are paid and get credit, earning and learning. So last spring, this program placed over 60 students with 31 employers in the health sciences and other fields, like here at the Rodham Institute. And we are very grateful to the Rodham Institute and their 32 other employers for being our inaugural partners. So through the program, I mentioned, students earn the minimum wage, which here in the district, we're proud to say, is $16.10 per hour. And so to businesses, we're going to make those payments. The district government is. And we are just asking you to provide a robust experience, as you already heard about. We want students to understand that they have to not only be on time and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and accountable for their assignments, they have to be good teammates, and they have to advance the mission of their employers. And this, you might as well get started learning how it is now. That's how it's going to be, right? And so this year, the program has enrolled over 100 students, and we have the funding for up to 330 students. So this is really an appeal to our employer community, like George Washington University, to help make these experiences happen for our young people. So with that, I want to go to Dr. Grant, and she's the woman that you want to see if you have an opportunity, like Dr. Carter did, to help a young person advance their career goals. Dr. Grant.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you all for being here today, Provost Bracy. I feel like we keep finding ourselves in celebrations where we're talking about children and money. It's always a great thing. Dr. Carter, your support and enthusiasm. I just want to ground for everyone. It is a moment where a student intern hugs their advisor in their internship program, and that relationship and that bond will be with her for life. That is why we're here today. And so I do want to thank you for not just being here in present, but being here in spirit, and the love that you've poured into one of our children. And we're asking a lot of employees to do the same. Your story and your enthusiasm and the way that you care about your home, both DC and Ward 8, is why we started this internship program in the middle of a school year. So in the middle of the school year, we said, why don't we start it in spring and see how many students will come? And 60 students came, and we found our employee partners. If you know anything about serving Mayor Bowser, we shared with her the numbers, and she said, do it again and make it bigger. And so that is why we're grounded here today, and that's why I'm so excited as we kick off our back to school year and all of our activities, we wanted to start with talking about this internship program. This year, with community support, we can ensure that we increase our numbers 5 times fold. We have the children, we need the internships. And that is a unique and exciting opportunity to find ourselves in. We are calling on our employers and our partner community to make sure that children like Kiara will show up on time, get paid, and what makes this advanced is that Kiara earned college credits while she was participating in her internship program. So we are not just talking about post-secondary preparedness, we are making sure that she can walk into the campus on George Washington University and be prepared for career and success. And we need other folks to join us and be a part of the program. This year, we aim to place over 330 qualified CTE students. Qualified mean that they are in their 3rd or 4th year of CTE studies. They have been academically prepared. Kiara through Coolidge at DCPS and other students throughout the district. These students will participate in their internship programs from 8 to 12 hours per week, starting on September 12th on through to May 6th. And so this journey will be with them through their entire academic school year, either as a junior or as a senior. And they will learn from you all, but also earn college credits. We are specifically looking for employers to join us in architecture and construction, arts, AV, technology and communications, business management and finance, engineering, health sciences, hospitality and tourism, information technology, law, public safety, and security. We especially need placements in engineering, hospitality and tourism, health sciences, and information technology. As you heard from Kiara today, we have a future forensic scientist in our midst, and I'm certain she has friends that will join her if we have the placements available to them. Interested employees in these fields are encouraged to host as many students as they support. We know that George Washington is increasing their numbers for this year, and we are thankful for taking on more of our students. To register for an intern today, please fill out an application online at bit.ly/CTEAIP. My notes say I'm to repeat that, bit.ly/CTEAIP. The registration deadline is August 19th. We do truly look forward to giving every qualified student this unique and exciting opportunity. It's a core part of our journey from recovery to restoration. It's ensuring that students who experienced the pandemic but came back strong and ready to learn have the opportunity to learn and work. I also, as the mayor framed, cannot miss an opportunity to share with you all some exciting financial aid opportunities, which means free money for our students. We have a lot of opportunities, and the application deadline closes on Friday. And I want to tell you a bit more about each of them so that you will complete your application. If you know a high school student or a resident that is pursuing higher education, please tell them to complete their application. We have a lot of applications pending, and by Friday we need them all submitted. The DC Tuition Assistance Grant, affectionately known as DC TAG, is a federally funded program. It pays the difference between in-state and out-of-state tuition up to $10,000 annually at public colleges nationwide and up to $2,500 at private colleges in DC and private HBCUs. The Mayor's Scholars Undergraduate Program is a locally funded program, and it provides need-based funding available for DC residents earning their first associate's or bachelor's degrees at select colleges and universities. Last but certainly not least is our new program. It's an $11 million investment made by Mayor Bowser using our recovery dollars to ensure that residents who want to go to college have all of the resources necessary to do so. This essentially could be a full scholarship program for residents. It provides up to $8,000 in tuition support for DC residents seeking their first degree in a high demand career field at 3 local universities, as well as wraparound educational services and support such as college coaching, access to emergency funds to help cover the cost of additional and unexpected expenses. This support comes in the form of a yearly stipend of up to $1,500 per year in addition to a scholarship. And so if any of you have been a first year generation college student like myself, for some students, the difference between staying in school and dropping out is a textbook, or it's the ability to get from point A to point B. And DC Futures is such a unique program because we are saying that we are not just going to get you through your first year. We are going to make sure that for up to 3 years of your academic journey, we are covering your tuition, providing wraparound supports and coaching. And so I want to stress again, please complete your application. These are free resources available through the federal government and a large amount of investments made by our amazing Mayor Bowser to ensure that our residents can return to school, stay on track, and get their credentialing. We invite all of our residents to apply. At this moment, we are up to $50 million in financial aid and post-secondary supports for DC residents in the 2022-23 school year. Thank you again, Mayor Bowser, for always saying yes when we come with additional investments for career and technical education. Thank you, Provost Bracey, Dr. Carter, and the entire George Washington family for hosting us. And thank you, Kiara. In the middle of December, when we said we were going to launch this program, I knew that if we stood this program up, institutions like George Washington would say yes, and then students like you would meet the challenge. And so thank you for ensuring us that we're on the right track. And I will now turn things back over to our mayor for question and answer.
Well, that's a lot of good news. So remember, back to school, employers, you can contact us to be a partner. Like GW has been a partner with this outstanding Coolidge Colt, where students can earn college credit, earn a paycheck, but most importantly, earn valuable experience that goes on their resumes, that helps them decide what college courses they want to take, helps them solidify the jobs that they want to have and the careers that they want to build. So with that, we'll take a few questions. Yes.
Hello, my name is Doug Blair with the Daily Signal, and the question I have is that we have reporting that around 40% of black students in the district are unvaccinated, and therefore, under the district's current policy regarding schools, will be unable to attend school come the school semester starting. So why is the district continuing with this policy when it seems to disproportionately impact black students?
I don't think that number is correct. We have a substantially fewer number of kids that we have to engage with vaccination. And I explained why it's important. It's important for the public health of our students and that we can maintain safe environments.
And then as a follow-up, one of the things that we've seen is that there's a response from a lot of officials that we can just teach virtually, right? And so we've seen that when students are given the option to learn virtually, they lose 36 to 40% or 36 to 40 weeks worth of education. So is that an acceptable response to sort of say, just learn virtually?
You've never heard me say that. Yes. Any other questions? Darcy?
Just a couple of off-topic questions from other reporters. First of all, is there any update on the request for the National Guard? And then I have a second question.
I don't have an update from the National Guard. From Secretary Austin, I forwarded him a letter. It may have been late on Thursday, so we haven't received a response yet.
Okay. Second question, I'm reading this. Over the weekend, the Deputy Mayor for Public Safety told the Washington Post the city's considering putting the fire department back in charge of dispatching fire and EMS calls, apparently in response to dispatch errors. Just seeing if you have anything to say regarding that.
That's not the case, but I will say, and I think that the Washington Post wrote a story about a very tragic occurrence in our city, which, as I've been reading up on it, is not, unfortunately, an unusual one, and that's the case of babies being left in hot cars. So, and it is as the experts say, it's a phenomenon of a failure in the memory, not in a family's love and care for their child. And so I think our focus certainly around all of that is on the healing of this family who lost their 3-month-old. We have identified some things that entire call is under investigation, from the point of being a call for a child locked in a car that turned into a cardiac arrest. And we want to make sure that all of our systems are prepared to deal with all calls.
Actually, on the event today, you need employers.
That's correct.
To step forward.
NBC4 is
yes.
eligible.
Okay.
Okay.
That is noted. I wish this were available when I were in high school.
Bet you do,
So if
yes.
you don't, it sounds like you have hundreds of students either ready, willing, able to do this. If you don't get the employers to step up, basically they're not going to be able to participate. And it sounds like you only got 5 days, unless I heard this wrong.
No, it's an ongoing process, and we won't give up, and we will get the employers that we need. We have the students who are ready, and we have the funding, but we also want to make sure that we have the right opportunity for them, not any opportunity. And so that's why Dr. Grant and her team want to work with employers on the program that they have set up for our kids.
Yes, I'm happy that the mayor reminded. We would love for NBC to participate in our advanced internship program. And it is true, it is the right employer. If many of you think back to your internship experiences, you're not making coffee, you're not going and getting, making copies for individuals. Kiara put together a public service announcement campaign on gun violence that connected her deep passion and love for her community with the areas of expertise and learning that she wanted to experience from Rodham at George Washington University. Those are the unique internship experiences. Employers have to fill out an application. They will be vetted. They will come to us and say, these are the types of experiences we will guarantee that your student will have access to, because these students are also earning college credit. And so this is an advanced internship program by design, and so we are being selective about the employers that we're partnering with, because it's critically important for Kiara's internship experiences to be grounded with partners that truly could become not just her home for her undergraduate studies, but a long-term employer. And so we are spending a lot of time with our employers. We do think we will get to our numbers, and as the mayor said, we won't give up. We started this program in the spring. Employers met us then, and we are certain that the employers will meet us once again. Yes.
How many college credits can students accumulate?
They can earn between 2 and 3 college credits depending upon their employee partner and their course of study.
One more question. Would you mind explaining the timeline for the curriculum redesign, like as far as, the reimagine?
So we are engaging through Mayor Bowser and her leadership. We are going through a process of reimagining high schools. Is that what you're speaking about? And so these are one of the investments aligned in our reimagining high school. As you heard it framed, she had a unique junior year where she took her studies at her high school, and then she also found her way to George Washington and engaged in her intern program. And it's a multi-year program that is re-looking at the way we have high school. One of the things you are hearing about today is our advanced internship program. In a couple of weeks, we will be announcing our advanced technical center. The advanced technical center will once again reimagine high school. Students will earn high school credits by day in their classrooms, but in the middle of their day, they will journey throughout the city and pursue post-secondary options. That program will start with a focus on nursing, where our students, of which we have 128 enrolled, will be on campuses earning college credits, pursuing nursing degrees, not just certificates. At the same time, they will be in high school. And so you will hear throughout this year and next year elements of how we are intentionally seeking to redesign high school in the district and change the way children are set up, not just for college, but for college, career, post-secondary. We want our students either enrolled in a college, employed by a high-quality, high-demand career, or enlisted to serve our country. And those are the ways we're thinking about the way we shape our high schools in the district.
One last question. So,
Sure.
Given the slight growth in homeschool students, where do they fit in reimagining high school? To my understanding and speaking with parents, oftentimes students who are homeschooled are left out of certain opportunities?
It's interesting. I was talking with a parent who's homeschooling their child this weekend, and we are working to be really intentional. We have an Office of Homeschooling Support here at the Office of the State Superintendent, and we want our homeschool families to reach out to us so that we can let them know the programs that are available and encourage them to enroll and engage with the district so that those services can be available to them. We need our high schoolers enrolled in school so that they then can leverage all of these vast opportunities.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.